Hi, Kone. Thank you for taking the time to meeting with me today.
Hi, Lily. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have a few questions for you today regarding our kindergarten year. So this month, this is a topic that we're going to talk about for our parents' education program. And we're very thankful that you're going to host tonight to talk about this. But I thought it would be a good idea to have a chat and ask you a few questions and just to start that conversation rolling. So the first question I'd like to ask you is could you describe who is a kindergartner and what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, that's a great question. A kindergartner are our eldest children at Pache in the primary classrooms. And it's typically the third year that they're in the primary community that they are a part of. So they're the leaders of their classroom. And to be considered a kindergartner, they are five by December 31st of that school year. So they must turn five before the end of that calendar year during that school year that they're a kindergartner. Um, when Dr. Montessori was creating her philosophy, her pedagogy, kindergarten wasn't really a part of the thought process or a word or a term that she was seeking out to create. It's really a part of the primary program that we have here at Pache Montessori as the final year to complete that program in its entirety as it was designed to be a 3-year program.
Oh, great. Well, actually, while you're on this, could you describe a little bit more what the kindergartner looks like at Pache and what's the experience for the children there?
Yeah. So the kindergarten year is an amazing, incredible year and such an awesome opportunity for the children, the older ones who really get to step into the leadership role within their community that they've been a part of for the previous 2 years. So as the third year primary child in their classroom who is the oldest, they take on the responsibilities of helping the younger children, giving lessons, special tasks in terms of taking care of the classroom community environment, helping to welcome new children, helping to welcome observers, all sorts of things that really build that leadership part of being a kindergartner in the classroom. This is also when we see a lot of interest explode within the child in terms of language and math. So they're really focused during the morning work time as well on pursuing some of the more difficult, challenging language and math work, where we really start to see them explore their interests and what they're interested in doing and learning about in a really profound way. So all of the building blocks that are happening in the primary years 1 and 2 really lead into this culminating experience that the kindergartners have their final year in primary. Their first and second year, they're working a lot through sensorial, so the refinement of their senses. They're doing a lot of practical life, and this gives them a really strong foundation of executive functioning skills, concentration, focus, respect, empathy. So they are able to truly learn in a very concrete manner in their kindergarten year these more abstract concepts that they start to evolve into, arithmetic, grammar, things of that nature that they can really start to pursue. It's an endless opportunity for them. We also see the kindergartners really start to lean into more project-based work. And that's something special that I get to enjoy with the kindergartners every year, is a school year project that is built around providing them opportunities for working together as kindergartners, as leaders of the school, and also as leaders of the entire school prepared environment. So helping to take care of the school and to give something back as their kind of legacy when they graduate the program and kindergarten at the end of the year. So typically we start that after a few months of the start of the school, sometimes a little bit later, depending on, what is going on in the school year. But it's a really special experience that we get to do together to really start developing that even further.
Could you give an example of like special projects that you've taken on with some of our kindergartners?
Yeah, we have built a library at Pache. So we've inventoried and cataloged all of our books one year. The outdoor out front of the school, the garden, and the community library that is for the whole community to take a book, share a book, as well as the edible plants that we have out front for the community. That was a kindergarten project. All of the things that you see in the front window go along with that. We had an art fair one year where we collected money and determined where we should donate that, and really started to donate and create food drives for community refrigerators in our local neighborhoods. So a lot of different engaging projects that bring them both from outside of their classroom and how they're impacting the greater community.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. It's beautiful. So I guess one of my last question would be, as a head of school, and you've seen many children and you work with many kindergarten now, what is like after Pache, after kindergarten? Where do children go? What is your experience from that after working with them?
Yeah. It's different every year, and the breakdown of percentages and who goes where is different year after year. Generally, however, a lot of our kindergartners do go to public schools. So public first grade is a very common first grade moving on situation for our kindergartners. And we have some that do go to some private schools. All of the private schools in the area that we all know very well: Packer, Brooklyn Heights Montessori, sometimes Brooklyn Friends, sometimes St. Anne's. Pretty much are the breakdown of those private schools, but I would say more leaning towards a public first grade experience.
Great. It's nice to know that we can go anywhere after Pache.
Yeah, and that is one thing that I do work closely with the kindergarten families on throughout the school year that they are in kindergarten, on the X missions to get their first grade figured out, and to help them along that admissions process of where they would like to go, and support them through that process, because sometimes it can be a process, and having as much support is very helpful. So hoping to navigate that is a partnership that I take on every year with our kindergarten families.
Great. Thank you so much. I know that this is very special to you. So I thank you for doing this, and thank you for sharing with everyone today.
You're welcome. Thank you for helping us to teach everyone more about our kindergarten program.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure. All right. Thank you, Zagoni. I'll see you later. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.